Hey guys, welcome to the Unlawful Assembly Podcast. This is our first episode, and today we are your host. I am Terminal Orphan, also known as Michael, and I'm joined by...
Hi, I'm known as Wholesome XDK. I'm Alex.
And this is our very first episode.
Yeah, this is a great start to a first episode. You know, we recently got new audio equipment in, so our gameplay video is going to be a lot more cleaner. And also we can start this great podcast because we have a lot on our mind that, you know, I think personally I would be really willing to share. And, you know, also, Michael, I don't know what you weigh in here.
Oh yeah, no, I have a lot on my mind too, and also trying to harken back to the good old days of YouTube when no one really gave a people gave a shit, but not really, when it was still the Wild West.
Yeah, the beginning of YouTube, I wasn't there for most of it, but looking back on it now, looking at old video like EP Lemon, a great one, Internet Historian, looking back and seeing, like, it was the Wild West. People were out for blood or out for views, really.
Well, yeah, you know, I've been around YouTube. I've been watching it since 2006, so a year after the site came on. So it's always been a part of my life. I've probably spent we've all spent too much time on YouTube. But I grew up with like a lot of the classics. I went brain dead there, but I grew up with stuff like Charlie the Unicorn, Llamas with Hats, Salad Fingers.
I remember the first ever video I saw on YouTube was funny enough, a Shane Dawson video. It was Baloney Dress. And it's crazy to look back on it now because like to see where are they now? He's gone off the platform. And it's scary to go down these rabbit holes to see where your favorite creators have been.
Oh, yeah. For me, that was when recently, the last couple of years, what's going on with people like Sky Does Minecraft and Team Crafted.
Yeah, can you touch on that? I have no idea. I remember watching, I was never really into Minecraft heavily, but I remember every once in a while getting them in my recommended.
Oh, I was a big fan of Sky Does Minecraft. In 4th, 5th grade, I live a block away from my old school. I'd walk home from school, get on the computer, and watch the newest Sky Does Minecraft Cops and Robbers. So he was part of my life for probably several years. And then I think as we do with all YouTubers, we kind of grow out of them. And I'm like, how's Sky doing? I want to see how he's doing. And then I look back, and it's like, oh, most of the people in Team Crafton and all of his friends have been like broken up. 2 of them have been like. Well, one of them is an actual pedophile and's been in prison right now, and the other one was accused of being a pedophile, Basherverse, if any of you guys know about that. And he pretty much just quit online. Trumu, also known as Minecraft Universe, fucked Adam's ex-wife, and then they kind of broke apart. All this shit's gone down, and now Adam, or Sky, is kind of friends with Keemstar and starting a musical career like every YouTuber ever. When shit goes down, they start using...
When shit goes down the drain or when content goes dry, the first thing they go to is a music career. And I get it, you know, me being the main editor for this, I guess, these videos and this podcast, I've learned a lot through just learning it myself, and I can see how you can translate that into a music career. The biggest thing with me is, along with, you know, growing out of YouTubers, one of my big ones, I remember gathering around a lunch table and watching the newest episode of Vanoss.
Oh, yeah.
And it was very public on what happened with most of the Vanoss crew. And it's sad to see, really.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Seeing all your favorite YouTubers kind of go downhill. Or like, Tobuscus was the only one I really liked.
Tobuscus.
And then you see him now.
The big steel text of the Tobuscus, and then slammed.
Yeah, and it's fun. I don't think Tobuscus... I think last time he's uploaded was like a year ago. But I checked it like 3 months ago, so I might be wrong there.
And it's scary to see, you know, all these...
He was getting sponsorships. He was in TV shows. Like
he was
on top of the world.
Yeah, he had like the world by the balls. Like he could do what he wants, and he somehow dropped the ball.
Yeah, it's a shame because he has quality editing in his videos. Like even his Let's Plays have quality editing. Like he put a lot of care and passion, or he paid someone to do that. And it's still.
It seems that with most YouTubers and most content creators, they get their style. Leafy had his style. Keem has his style.
Filthy Frank had a style.
Filthy has his style. Pink Guy.
Yeah.
Like that whole arc with
Francis.
what an inspiration. Not even an inspiration, just a great shit post.
And I know people got sad when Filthy Frank ended, but in a way, I feel like that's the best, that he ends while he's still high up.
It was more of an era because the
YouTube was
AdSense the YouTube AdSense fluctuates so rapidly.
It was after the adpocalypse too, like a couple years after it.
It shows the evolution of YouTube really, and like how it changes, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. We all loved his content. We all loved Sir Francis of the Filth.
Yeah.
We loved the character. But we didn't really know too much, unless you really heavily researched, you didn't really know what was behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And, sorry, my cat is meowing. No one really knew, like, what was going behind the curtain, if you would. And surprisingly, it was, like, damaging him.
Oh, yeah.
And to, like...
Well, I remember the video he made where he's like, hey, I'm having, like, an operation done. And people were giving him shit about it, like, this is breaking continuity. This is, like, breaking, out of character. And it's like, no, it's just letting you know where he's going to be and why he's not making videos.
When I saw that video, all I could think is the Markiplier video where it's him in the hospital and he starts up the video with, hey, guys, and then just a loud beep from all of, like, the medical machines around him. Oh, that is a classic meme.
I kind of grew out of Markiplier, in all honesty.
Here's the thing. With the whole, people compare the Dream fandom to, like, the Markiplier and Jacksepticeye fandom, because, like, they shipped both of them together.
Mm-hmm.
I was a Jacksepticeye fan because I have ADHD brain, and when, Jack likes to yell, my brain goes brr. And it was kind of weird because, like, I watched a video of Markiplier's, and I'm like, it doesn't make my brain burr like Jacksepticeye.
Yeah.
Because when he goes, top of the morning, dude, laddies, I'm like, fuck yeah, new video, let's go.
Well, for me, I also got into it. That was when I was in my Five Nights at Freddy's phase, which luckily I broke out of. So
I hated horror games as a kid.
Oh no, I've always grown up with horror movies, so I've just loved anything horror.
Well, because I remember going to, like, Chuck E. Cheese's as a kid, and I was, like, mortified.
Oh, I love Chuck E. Cheese.
I hated all the animatronics. I thought, like, they were, like, evil clowns ready to kill my ass.
Oh, I love Chuck E. Cheese.
And then they made a game out of it. I'm like, fuck no, I am not touching this game.
Did you ever think of their pizza?
Yeah,
where it's uneven because they reuse
slices.
The
Pizzagate, not Pizzagate.
No, that wasn't Pizzagate. That's not even close to Pizzagate.
Okay, no, I thought Pizza. Never mind.
Unless they're hosting kids underneath Chuck E. Cheese.
My bad.
No, yeah. The thing with that was like the pizza, like the pies are uneven, and it's because they reuse pizza slices from previous pies that people don't eat and just put it on there.
That's fucking crazy.
I didn't know about that.
Why would they?
Money.
But it's Chuck E. Cheese. Isn't, like, the bare minimum scraps to feed children with? Like, if you're skimping cost on, like,
pizza.
Dirt cheap pizza, are you really, like, are you that hard up on, like, cash?
That's why you go to Dave & Buster's. That's the
I
moral
went
of the
to a
story.
Dave & Buster's once, and it was just so much to take in, I just didn't know what to do.
With a group of people, it's really fun.
We should go there.
We should. In the field, vlog, internet historian, collab.
No. British man. We are not British.
I think he's New Zealand. He's from New Zealand.
The same backwater island, America, baby. America #1.
USA. What's another thing with YouTube? Going back to YouTube. God, remember the Five Nights at Freddy's. I remember being so I used to bookmark the Scott Cawthon website, and I check on it, like, every day to see if he updated anything.
Dude, speaking of Scott Cawthon, have you seen Game Theory? Like, all of Game Theory?
I never got into MatPat. I never got into Game Theory.
I used to be really into Game Theory. And I got into Five Nights at Freddy's, not from playing the games, just from MatPat going, the children could be the animals. And I'm like, oh, no
makes
way.
Sense. I never got on the MatPat because he'd be like, is Luigi actually Daisy's brother?
My favorite when I started getting out of MatPat's videos, when he made the Ness and Sans video. that shit, I actually laughed because it was so fucking stupid. It made no sense.
He reminds me of Chills.
I've never watched.
You know,
I've never
top
watched-
15s.
Is it the like the Watch Mojo or is it top 10?
No, it's like number 15, Burger King.
Oh, the Burger King
Yeah,
foot lettuce
he
guy.
has a channel called Chills where he does like top 10 like creepy sightings, and one of them was like top 10 real sightings of Siren Head, and it's obviously like CG things of Siren Head dancing around, and it
People-
reminds me of Matt Pat where he does stuff like, is Wario really Waluigi's
It's-
bisexual brother?
It's the grasping at straws for views. It's just like taking any little minute detail
Yeah.
and being like, oh yeah, that right there is Family Guy Fortnite funny moment. I was doing some research for this podcast on like good things to talk about, and I couldn't get over this one meme where some guy Googled the Mario guy that vomits logs.
What?
Have you played Mario recently?
No, not recently. Last time I played was, like
Recently,
2 years ago.
they showed off this character. His name is Spike, and when you look at him, he's this like green blob with big lips and a blue mohawk. And you think in your head, you're like, oh, Spike, he probably throws
I'm looking that
something.
up.
And it's creepy because he literally, like a sword, like a person that swallows swords, pulls out a giant log
What?
of spikes and throws it at you, and is the most like off-putting thing I think I have ever seen
Is he
from Mario.
Oh,
Yeah, he's this like little green blue thing.
yeah.
And he literally pulls a spike ball or a log, like Hog Rider, like the log from fucking Clash of Royale or whatever, and like throws it at you as it's just so off-putting to see that such small character literally vomit up a rod.
Miyamoto has some weird kinks. That's all I'm saying.
You know, Miyamoto just does what he wants.
Have you seen the footage of Nintendo Land at Universal?
No.
Oh my god, there's like animatronics everywhere. It looks incredible. And Miyamoto gave the tour, and he looks like so happy. Like he looks like a 9-year-old on Christmas Day.
Well, because it's like I'm guessing from like the start, he's like, I want to do this, but to like make it cool.
Yeah.
And then like this is.
It's probably better. Like it looks better than Galaxy's Edge. I'm gonna be honest.
I haven't went to Disney World in
I
a
haven't-
long time.
I have not been really Galaxy's Edge, but I've seen all the pictures, and compared to Nintendo World, it looks like shit. Also, it's gonna have a Bowser ride where it's like a roller coaster Bowser.
Bowser from Sonic.
Yes, from Sonic.
Speaking of Sonic, the Steam Deck. Great transition. Have you seen stuff about the Steam Deck?
I've seen the memes about it where it's.
There is so many memes about the Steam Deck,
I
and I'm afraid that it's not going to turn out well.
well, let's see. Let's look at all the products Valve has made and see what turns out well. We have the Valve, what's it, the Index or the Link, the Steam Link.
The Steam Link. I remember that going on sale for like $1.
$1. They had to get rid of all the stock of it.
That is
The
nuts.
Steam Box.
There was they called it the Steam. Are you kidding me?
I
The
think-
Steam Box.
I think it was the Steam Box. Let me
That
look
is.
here. So it was like a portable, like little computer thing. I think. The Steam controller.
Oh, I've seen the Steam controller. I've used it before. It is horrendous.
Yeah, Steam Box.
Steam Box.
Or sorry, Steam Machine.
Oh. Sounds like some kind of laundry device, like to steam out my clothes to make them nice and pressed.
So like you can play Linux games through Valve's digital download platform. Like you can like it's
So it's a Linux machine?
yeah, pretty much.
So it's a glorified Linux machine.
Yeah. And the only good technology that Valve has made is the Index, like the VR.
The VR they've hit on the nail.
No, like it's probably like the best VR right now. A very expensive, like what's that, $1,000?
It's several $1,000s, but like that thing is going to last you until they make
Half-Life 3.
Yeah, another groundbreaking like innovation in video games.
to be fair-
because it is just so good.
Yeah, but the thing, that's the only good thing they've made, like that's stuck around. And now we have the Steam Index. That thing's, I feel like it's gonna explode, like the Samsung tablets.
I feel that it's going to flop.
Well, also, the appeal of a computer is I can upgrade a computer. I can do this. Can I upgrade the Steam, like the Index? Or Xbox? What the fuck it's called?
Steam iPad,
Yes, the Steam Switch.
Steam Switch, essentially, because it says it could run any operating system, and people already have like stuff lined up for like Switch emulation.
Yeah.
But think about it. Would you rather go and buy? Because this thing is essentially just a Switch Lite.
Mm-hmm.
You can't plug. I don't think you can plug it into a computer and use it
Or
as
TV.
like a TV and use it as like a dedicated computer, if you would. It is a mobile. It's essentially just a mobile-only computer.
Yeah. How heavy is it? I'm gonna look that up.
But like, I haven't checked yet. But like, compare price points, because like, Nintendo Switch Lites are always on sale, like some kind of package deal.
Mm-hmm.
And compare that to like the Steam Link. Because if people are buying it just to play Switch games, just buy a Switch.
Yeah. No. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, it's people are like, oh, it's so much better. All Nintendo has are its first-party games. Yeah, but those games are usually high quality.
They are complete bangers.
Yeah,
you know, there is some kinks. Sword and Shield didn't turn out so well.
Yeah.
Like there's always going to be ups and downs, but like when you have 1 out of 3 game, like if they release 5 first-party titles and one of them is shit, you still have 4 others. Mario Odyssey is a classic, fucking banger of a game.
Oh yeah.
Breath of the Wild, I can go on all day.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's the Mario. You will always have the Mario Karts, the Mario Parties,
Smash Bros.
Smash is not even getting into Smash.
Yeah.
Like the first party titles that they do have are hitting them out of the park.
Yeah.
When you compare Nintendo's first parties to Xbox or Sony's, there is some discrepancies. You know, what games you do like, what games you're into, but overall, like, people like Nintendo games.
Yeah.
There is a niche for Nintendo games.
Like tell me one person like, who just like, because you think Microsoft game, the only one I think of, Halo, obviously, and I guess Gears of War if you really want.
Halo and Gears of War are really their main staples.
No one has really given a shit about Gears of War since like 2012.
Well, here's the thing.
Halo...
Most of what Xbox is doing now is porting it over to Game Pass.
Yeah.
And to PC Game Pass. So it's just becoming PC games.
Like, and then they're and of course they bought stuff like Bethesda and Obsidian.
I think their whole buying Bethesda and Obsidian is really good for them, because then it shakes Sony up a bit, because now they have to worry about
What does Sony own? I couldn't tell you what Sony owns. I guess maybe Naughty Dog, but you know.
I believe they hold a giant share in Activision. That's why like COD and most of it gets like updates beforehand.
Yeah.
I know from experience with Destiny, they used to get updates and other gameplay enhancements just for PS4. But like other than that, I don't really remember last time I really cared about, I need to buy PS4.
Yeah.
I need to buy Sony because their shit is, only on this console.
Also, they had a good share with Konami. Like a lot of the Metal Gear games
I
are.
remember the Metal Gear games. I haven't really played many Metal Gear games in my day.
Played them all. I love those games so much. Yeah, they have a good relationship with PT was I think PS4. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was PS4
I remember
exclusive.
hearing about PT.
Yeah, and then they canceled it and it deleted it off the store.
Yeah.
Because Konami's like, oh, we're afraid of making money. We have to stop making money. Pachinko machine.
Well, it's with them. It's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They have their niche. It's all of these companies are very afraid to take a risk right now because of the P word.
Yeah.
And the virus. People spending money is low, but people spending for money entertainment is in this weird niche. Not niche. It's more of like a weird graph, if you would. 1 month it's up because, death rates are up. And, sometimes it's down because, there's, hope, there's this, vaccine and whatnot. I'm sorry to get off a little bit off topic, but I remember seeing, before I completely blocked Game 3, from my YouTube. He made a video with Dr. fucking Fauci.
What?
He made a video with Dr. Fauci asking about the vaccine.
Oh.
Because MatPat is considered a quote-unquote influencer, he can get connections with, I guess, government officials. Meaning that technically he could have an audience, he could have, with former President Donald J. Trump.
Oh, my Lord.
Where,
Can you
MatPat, I'm putting my hand on the desk. Where is the video of you talking to former President Donald J. Trump? We want it.
I'm picturing like Kanye West when he visited the White House. I'm picturing that, but with MatPat.
Dude, Kanye's in so much hot water right now.
Oh,
with the whole the album that he was supposed to release. For me, I'm not a huge Kanye fan, but I like his music.
Well, he's a meme.
Yeah, he's turned into a meme. And
He's
I
always
think
been a meme. Like,
he's always pretty much been a meme.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I gotta say something real quick.
Like, he's became a meme because he just does so much erratic bullshit.
Yeah.
That he just does what he wants. But he has all the influence and all the money in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But personally, at the end of the day, he's a music creator. And if he's going through all of this bullshit and he's going to put out an album, but he doesn't think, if he's not in the right mind to put out the album, or he doesn't think it's good, that's his choice, not the fans' choice.
Isn't he going? Did he already divorce Kim? Or?
Oh yeah, that happened. I believe a couple of years ago.
Oh, I thought it happened recently. I've lost so much track of time during this pandemic. So
that's the crazy thing, because when I heard that happening, I'm like, yeah, good, because
I was surprised it didn't happen already.
The Kardashian show is just toxic.
It's just rich, spoiled girls being rich, spoiled girls. And
Kanye didn't want to be associated with that, so he does what he wants. Mm-hmm. And I think that's just like... It's weird to say, but it's like how you should not really live life, but how Kanye lives life. He lives for the moment. If he wants to go skydiving with a milkshake in his hand, he can. If he wants to go see an elephant, pet it, and then cover it in green paint, he can.
Yeah.
Because he has the money and the influence. Because at that point, what really matters to him?
I just wish he'd pulled the shit together and actually ran for president. Can you imagine the birthday party?
It would be kind of weird, to be honest with you.
It really it'd be the first time since fucking John Tyler that was in the 30s or 40s that we've had a non-major party, non-Democrat Republican.
But that's the thing. It's with the whole political spectrum of everyone. It's just so much gray area and so much area that we personally don't know right now.
Yeah. Just imagine Kanye meeting Putin.
Kanye meeting Kim.
I just want to see him meet Putin though, the summit. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt, but I gotta say something.
I gotta say something real quick.
Putin's just...
My girl is not a hobbit.
No, bitch. No, bitch.
Hold on. Bitch, you're not a hobbit, right? I'm in front of Putin right now.
Or imagine actually going to the Pope.
Ooh. I'm sorry, Pope Francis. I gotta interrupt real quick.
Jesus is a great guy, but...
Have you seen Kanye and Joel Osteen?
I have not.
Joel Osteen is a person that my mother listens to on the radio. He's a Catholic speech person, big funded church from all the people, and he goes and says, God is good. And everyone claps. He got the privilege to go on stage with Kanye. Oh. And Kanye started going off. And I guess Joel wasn't really prepared or wasn't really informed on what Kanye does.
Yeah.
And he was just immediately trying to shut it down, and he just kept going.
Rap bottles of history. Kanye West.
Kanye West versus Joel Osteen. Begin.
I'm Kanye. I'm Kanye West in the house. I don't know.
Speaking of verses, we did hit the couple-minute mark, so then you plebeians are here for the clickbait title.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's time to talk about...
The one and only.
Our good friend, Fox VA. Fox VA, if you haven't known, is a popular voiceover YouTuber. Sorry. Good friend of ours. And he just dropped off the face of the earth.
And
But we have some explanation.
we have the deets, as the kids say.
We have the juicy info, if you would. Let me take a swig of some Baja Blast.
We are not actually sponsored by Taco Bell, but please sponsor us.
Please sponsor us. I eat your food so much. Please.
Please do.
Please. All right, anyways. Fox VA. Fox VA, when I first learned about him, Michael, you can weigh in here in a minute.
Yeah.
When I first learned about him is when he had, I believe, 5,000 subscribers.
Around that, yeah. He was still, I guess, fairly small by...
He was a growing channel. He had his fan base that was mostly derived
minors.
of minors,
Like young
13 and younger.
Yeah, the youngest, because I went on a server, Discord server, when it was still up. The youngest member I saw was 11 years old.
And he primarily did voiceovers of popular anime characters. Now, let me preface, I am not the best anime person. I watched my One Piece. I watched Naruto growing up as a kid, and Phineas and Ferb was a slapper. But
Corey in the House? Whew.
whew, other than that,
Still cry.
I have no idea what half of these characters are.
And that's where I come in, because I know most of these characters, because either I watch it, or I have some friends and family who watch it.
Now, Michael, I know you have experience with him because, fun fact, we used to go to school
Middle school.
with Fox VA.
Middle school and high school.
Middle school and high school. So I didn't really know him personally, but you knew him personally.
But I was friends with him for those 7 years.
The only really interaction I had with him was freshman year. And I don't know about you, but being a freshman in a high school, I tried to remake myself because I'm like,
Yeah.
middle school is gone. I'm no longer cringe. I'm based. Haha, funny. I'm going to go in. I'm going to make a person out of myself, and I'm going to become a better person, and I'm going to meet new friends, and it'll be great.
Yeah.
And I walk in to, like, an open area, and Fox, like, he waves to me, says, "Hey, dude, do you want to play some Transformers?" And he whips out these big-ass Transformers. And
Wait, you didn't tell me that part.
you didn't know that
I didn't. He brought Transformers figurines.
he always brought Transformers to school.
But he wanted to play with.
He wanted other people to play with him.
Was he doing a bit?
I don't know.
Like that'd be something I do as a bit. Like, hey, you want to play like GI Joe, and I do a bit with it.
But that's the thing. I didn't know if it was a bit or not. I was taking this seriously. I looked at him like, dude, no thanks. And I walked the other way. And that, for better or for worse, was my only interaction really with him other than saying hi in the hallway.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew him. Those good time. I found okay, middle school, 7th grade, we hated each other's fucking guts. And I don't remember why. I legit have no memory. So obviously it was something really small and petty. It could have been me, in all honesty, or it could have been him. So I'm not going to be pointing fingers being like, this asshole just said poop to me.
You called me a poopy stinky face.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're done.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like that, but yeah, but I knew like he was. Like, I liked him, and it was just a very quiet, very awkward kid. I mean, I was awkward at the time. That's why we got along so well. But I just a little cringe. During high school, there was this one girl he really liked. I think you know the one I'm talking about. We're not gonna say her name.
Let's call her Bob.
Yeah, Bob, and he had an obsession with her. Now, high school crushes, we all have them. It's fine, understandable.
Understandable.
The thing about Bob though is, Bob wasn't so much into men, and more into women.
Bob was openly lesbian and let the whole high school know that. Now, I'm all for that.
Yeah,
the issue is, Fox did not get the message.
Well, because we knew that freshman year, like we knew that freshman year. He asked her to our homecoming dance, and she said yes, but she didn't dance with him at all. Homecoming.
I thought she denied him.
Oh no! That was the second year he asked her.
Oh, I
Like second or
forgot.
third year he asked her.
What a absolute shit fest.
And we're not gonna show the. I mean, someone recorded it. We're not gonna share it. Obviously, it has faces and all that, and our school logo.
Yeah.
But she doesn't say no. She's like, oh no. The way she says it, it's like, no thanks. Or no. It was like, no, I'm good. Or it was like, I'm good or something.
She doesn't want to be rude, and I completely understand.
She's a sweet
that.
girl. Like
I've met her and talked with her before. I might not look like it, but I used to run track and field. Girl, super nice, super caring, big heart,
very intelligent, very.
and she didn't want to break this boy's heart.
Yeah, but
Completely understandable. But
well-
let's get back on topic.
Mhm.
Fox. So, when did you start interacting? Because you were really into, voiceovers and some of the content that he made, but not his content.
Well, I watched one or two. I met other VAs who weren't big fans of him, and I watched their content. That's all. I'm not a big fan of the ASMR VA, but I did watch some people's content for like a little bit, just give them a little extra support. But I remember Fox. He told me that I remember it was during school before class started, and he showed me, my video made like 5K, like 5K views, and he showed me it, and it was like, I used to have a screenshot of it, but it was one of his, it was an anime one. I don't know if it was like a Bakugo or Danganronpa one, but it was one of those, and I was like, oh wow. And then later he kept growing. Like I kept that all secret because I promised I wouldn't tell. Obviously I broke later. But then he started showing me like the ad revenue he was making from it. Like he actually showed me the page, so I knew he wasn't just bullshitting. Like it was only like a couple hundred at first, but for me that was like a big deal because my channel has like 55 subs. Like still now has 55 subs.
And it's crazy because, at the time I'm guessing he's growing, and you can't really share it with mom and dad. Be like, Mom, Dad, look what I did.
Like later did.
Well, we later.
That's
did.
the story of another day.
But he has all this information, but no one to show, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. And at the time, you were a person in the know that knew the lingo, knew what he was talking about, so being able to share it was big for him.
Oh yeah, no. He likes showing off. That's if you guys ever watch the fans Fox VA, if you had to know he liked showing off. That's all he did on the Discord server was show off.
I remember infiltrating, sneaking in Metal Gear style to his Discord several times, and it was all flaunting. It was just a giant ego check for not even ego check. It was just a giant bloated ego on the server.
Oh yeah.
He would have these rules set up, be like no couples stuff, but he and his girlfriend were literally named,
It was Fox's baby and
yeah.
Candid's baby.
And it just was crazy. To see this double standard put in place.
One of my favorites. This is where all the shit started going downhill. These people in chat were talking, and they're very close friends. I don't know. I think they were dating. They may have not been. I'm not entirely sure. And they were calling each other like, love you baby, all stuff like that. But they were close friends. It wasn't like two strangers talking. And then the mod, Lizzie, who is a wonderful individual, we'll say that.
I've spoken with her several times.
As have I. She was like, you can't be calling people baby. It's making people uncomfortable. Stop it. And then one of them brought up, I was on my alt account, and because I was watching it all, and I was giving advice, like they were venting about it. Lizzie told them to stop. And I was like, oh, just move the vents, because venting's all about releasing your frustration, so don't do it in general. And then Lizzie got mad about that, because, it's a little known fact, my mom, I was raised in a law family, like my mom's a lawyer, so I know all these little, like, loopholes of just bend the rules. So that's what I was doing.
You're a psychopath, Michael. You know how to manipulate people.
Yeah.
I go on r/psychopath and look.
I am a founding member of the Brain Cell subreddit.
Oh.
Ladies, I am 6'2", 120 IQ. I'm still a virgin. Please hit me up. I am. I'm there for you.
I'm sweating just at the thought of that. Oof.
I will put you as a Giga Chad if you message me. So do that right away. Yeah, but so they moved it there, and then that pissed off Lizzie because Lizzie's a stupid cunt. And she's one of 3 women I call cunt. I usually don't like saying it.
I grew up in a Jersey household. I call a lot of people a lot of things. So yeah, you call them whatever you want.
Yeah. And also, she also does ASMR. And she does like vampire role plays, like werewolves and vampires.
Listen. You can make the content whatever you want, but for me, as soon as you hit that threshold of like kids videos or cringe videos, or for me, it's the NSFW content targeted towards a audience of minors.
Yeah.
That's my line.
Oh, my problem was that one thing is when he was doing the Nazi work videos a lot before this is before we moved him all to Patreon.
Yeah,
Fox VA.
Let's see. First, let me set up a timeline here. So I was introduced when Fox VA was sitting at 5K.
Yep.
And I was told by, a bunch of friends, hey, he has a public Discord server. Let's go in there and
around.
Fuck with him a bit. Do a little trolling.
Yeah.
I do have, and it's hanging up in my closet. I have a monkey suit.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the infamous Monkey Man.
I am the Monkey Man.
If you were a veteran of the Fox VA Discord.
If you're in the know, I am the Monkey Man. And I went in there, and I turned on my camera, and I just started doing my thing.
Watching him jump around and be like it's like incredible.
And these people were just shocked. They got up out of their chairs, turned off their Steven Universe,
Mom!
And started screaming at me.
Mom!
And after a while, I was banned.
Yeah.
I still hold the world record on my main Discord account for less than half a second ban.
I'm second place, unfortunately.
On his Discord channel. But we would regularly do quote-unquote, if you even call it raids, he would call it raids of us going into his server.
Yet, it's funny, he would call us raids, yet when he would actually do like a full-scale raid, like he'd get multiple people, mods.
Yeah, actually, let's touch on that now. So you said... I remember you sent me a DM one day of, hey, Fox just raided a server of minors that were back-talking him. Can you give some context here?
Okay, yeah. This actually relates to the meme of the baby thing, where the 2 people talking to each other baby. They invited my alt account on their server, because I stood up for them, and they really appreciated that. So we were all talking like, we really need to change the Fox VA server. It's shitty. The mods are terrible. It's just a shit server, but it can be good. I don't think it can be good, but these are minors. These are young teenagers.
These are hopeful teenagers that want to see their big
Bakugo videos.
YouTube star do well.
Yeah, so we were talking, and 1 or 2 were like, we joked around that it'd be like a revolution, like, Viva la Revolution! We were joking about that, and one of them kind of took it too seriously, but we even told him to pretty much fuck off, like, we're not trying to be dicks about it. Fox did not see it that way, and sent one of his we had a person there who snitched, who told Fox about that we were doing this. So they invited.
You'll have a rat.
Zamo. Yeah. So
it could be you. It could be me.
It could even be. Yeah, but so they snitched, and Fox and a couple of his Fox, Lizzie, and 1 or 2 of his mods came in, and. I talked to him, and they pretty much... Okay, when he first entered, he put the scene from Star Wars Episode 5 where the AT-AT is on Hoth. He put that in, we're here. That was a raid on a rebel base. And then I asked him about it, because he didn't know my alt account. He still doesn't. Well, he probably knows now that he's listening to this. Hey, Fox.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, and he's like, no, that was a bust. Like an FBI bust. And it's funny, if you look up the definition of a bust, one of the synonyms is raid. So he didn't even fucking look it up on the dictionary. But he raids servers and justifies it of, no, it's a bust and I'm doing it to protect myself. Because he was like, these people are going to overthrow me and my server and destroy me. And I'm like, these are 13, 14-year-olds. I even said to him, they're not hackers. They're not the only way they can do serious damage is if they get into one of your accounts.
It's either if they crack your account, if they get your Discord token, which is nigh impossible.
Mm-hmm.
If they go to your abode,
Yeah.
they somehow get a device that's already logged into your Discord, and then they can fuck you.
Yeah, but he tried justifying it, and the problem I've noticed from growing up with Fox, Fox is toxic, and I want to say we are not clean. I'm gonna be honest, like
I'm a toxic.
No, yeah, we
motherfucker.
will not deny that. The whole point of this podcast is how we're like the back end of YouTube. So like, we are not the safe space for YouTube. If you're here for a safe space, we're really not it. But we are open about it. Like we admit it. Like,
I admit that I had a severe racist past, and I did some questionable things online.
yeah.
But
I think it's that you mature from it. Like,
it's moving past that as a person. It's going away from the toxic behavior and the toxic lifestyle, looking back on it and saying
cringing,
cringe, and then moving on.
Yeah, but okay. The problem, Fox had a. Speaking of racist stuff, Fox had a Nazi history.
Yeah, that was my favorite arc, I believe, of Fox.
The Nazi
when
arc.
we started finding evidence from old chat logs and from his old Roblox account. I remember.
He changed it now, but back then he used to make like SS uniforms, like all these Nazi uniforms. He used to be on Nazi roleplay servers.
That personally for me is crazy.
Also, high school, he brought Mein Kampf to school.
Oh, Minecraft! He bought a Minecraft book to school.
Yeah,
right?
the Minecraft book.
With that funny German man that wrote it.
Yeah, he brought that to school. He was like, dude, bruh. What else? He would
Bro moment.
He always wanted to talk about how he wanted to bring back the Nazi party. He wanted to be like that's Hitler, which I get. He was trying to be edgy, but he kind of took it too far. You know what I mean?
We all have our edgy phase. We all try to do the Filthy Frank voice.
I
We
never
all
brought
listen
Mein Kampf
to
school.
Pink Eye album and say that's the shit, bro. But it's being able to move past that and not let that affect you.
Yeah.
I'm all for being, a little edgelord every once in a while. But if you don't know when is when, that's an issue. And especially I learned with Fox and some of his doings from 2019 to 2020 where he openly said, I am not racist, I am not homophobic, but seeing screenshots and seeing all this different evidence
Full
saying
on
that
hard R N-word.
hard R N-words, slandering transgenders, slandering the gay community, it's just it's really eye-opening.
It really, yeah, and it's funny because his community is very LGBT. Like, I've been on like all the pronouns, sexuality, all that shit.
I remember joining on one of my many alt accounts, and in the introductions, you have to give your pronouns as a checklist.
Mm-hmm.
And, I asked around, I'm like, I'm not very super PC, bro. So I asked around, I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm a dude. Where's the dude check mark?
I think I just like it's he, him.
I play football. Football.
Yeah. To get Alex prepared, I pretty much willingly I put myself into the VA community. Like, I met people, talked to people, went on different Discords, followed Twitter accounts. I still do because like the VA community is probably one of the most toxic communities I've ever been in.
Buddy, you haven't touched the iceberg of CS:GO.
Well, that's known to be like
CS:GO and Destiny.
Well, okay, I know Destiny.
Like, video games have their own toxic fan base, but for them, it's like literally just talking.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like, if you don't like the person, just don't watch them at that point. But the biggest thing is, I see looking in, I'm not a big VA, I haven't dug any deep. I'm sorry, this Baja Blast is giving me the burps. I haven't really dug too deep in to see, like, the ins and outs.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like...
Well, so many, well, not so many, but, like, there's so much controversy with, like, them dating their fans, pedophilia.
The biggest thing for me is, like, they talk. That is their job. They read the script, that's it.
Yeah.
Why are you giving opinions on political parties and age of consent.
One of my favorite things was Fox was like, I want to support the BLM movement, but I know my dad will get pissed off at me if I do. And it's like, okay, bro, you're in a private Discord. You can support the BLM community, without worrying about daddy being like, oh, you support BLM?
Who the hell cares?
Well, yeah. Well, it's also just like, no, dude. That really shows. Like, just say I'm staying out of politics. Don't be like, I want to get political, but daddy's gonna beat me if I don't. One, he won't. I know his dad's a bit tough, but like, he wouldn't do that. And it's just like, dude, just shut the fuck up.
If he's worried,
man up. Say Black Lives Matter. Say whatever you fuck you want to say. Say Black Lives Matter. This doesn't matter. Blue Lives Matter. Say whatever the fuck you want to say. Just don't be like, either say nothing, or say something. Don't be like, I want to say it, but I can't. Like,
That's the thing.
Man the fuck up.
That's the thing. Fox is in this big web of not lies, but he's in his own head.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen that in the several discussions that we've had, and most of the talking I've done with and without his mods is that since he has this fan base and he has these people backing behind him,
yeah,
he thinks that whatever he says goes.
Yeah.
And any other questions, any other actions that are supposed to be quote unquote against him are seen as these acts
threats
against God, these death threats.
One of my favorites, there was some like minor squabbles going on in a server, and he made a threat being like, these squabbles really, throw me off, and I can't make videos if I can't concentrate on making them if you guys keep doing this. So he shut down the argument because he was like, I'm not going to make videos if you guys keep doing this. I have fucking screenshots of it, which I've been working on. I think we've all been working on a Fox VA video. I don't know what, hopefully come in the next couple months. We've just been really busy with life.
Life is really, because the pandemic has really shut down a lot, and we have all of these ideas.
Well, we have it almost. We just have to put it together. Like, we have it all. We have all the pictures.
The script is already recorded.
We have all the screenshots. We have all the
screenshots, all the proof.
It's just getting down and actually editing it.
The biggest thing for me, especially with with Fox, is that he's in his own head.
Mm-hmm.
He has this, I would say, ego. It's hard to say to pin the tack of ego on him, but I personally think it's ego. It's
he's always had it.
This massive amount of quote unquote power that he thinks he has thanks to this fan base.
Yeah.
And he thinks that anything he says goes. But like, even sitting down and talking with him, at first I didn't believe him when he said he checked his YouTube analytics and everything on his phone.
Yeah.
For me, that was a big punch in the face, because at the time when we were talking to him, he was about to hit 50K.
Oh, yeah, no. I think he might have just reached it when he privated his channel.
And that really hit me with, like, a sense of, like...
I have the end counting.
Like, that really hit me. It was like, wow. Because he legitimately thought of doing YouTube and and everything like that as a full-time job. And to go essentially check your shit on your phone is a big red flag. As a person that does mostly editing, a little bit of freelance editing here and there.
Or he was at 46,000 subs by the time.
46?
Yeah, but he was getting like 1,000 subs a week.
He was growing really fast, and he knew it.
Oh, like, I shit on him, and I shit on the content he makes, but I'm still impressed by it. Like, I don't, like, you'd have to be an idiot to not be impressed by it.
I'm impressed of the fan base he garnered in the small amount of time.
And also, he, like I said, he checked on his phone, but he still had a basic understanding of tags. Like, tags and frequent upload dates.
The biggest thing for me was the content he made, whether I understood it or not, but the tags. I remember going into deep conversation before he privated his channel, where he quote-unquote was talking to other VA YouTubers about tags, and the best tag to use for views was NSFW.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if your fan base is majority minors, using the tag NSFW is a giant red flag.
One of the excuses, which I fucking hated, he was like, well, YouTube, you have to be this old to get a YouTube. And it's like, bro, I'm fucking like 75 by YouTube
Bro,
standards.
I can go on the hub and make a fucking 1,000-year-old old man that watches nothing but midget porn.
It's exactly like that's like
They're not gonna check.
I made a YouTube account and I was like, what, 10? But I put like I was like born in 1935.
Yeah, you're an ancient old man now, according to YouTube.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like the oldest man alive according to YouTube.
if they did actual analytics on how like all of these ages for accounts,
Mhm.
I swear 90% of them will be like over 100 years old.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's like as long as you're over the age to watch all the stupid videos, who cares?
And my problem was that if he did not safe for work, fine, but he markets himself as wholesome. Like he's even said, "I am the most wholesome VA artist."
Listen, buddy. As
And
being a man named Wholesome, I've done some very unwholesome things. I think he takes the icing on the cake.
well, like some of his videos, like it reminds me of the Spider-Man and Elsa videos. Like he do like the kidnapping videos, like the Bakugo.
That's what I was afraid
like
of.
the League of Villains kidnaps you, or I mean, like like Taking the Love or something. I'll get the titles, but I'll keep talking.
Pull up the titles. I remember looking through his tags on a little widget on Chrome to see all of like what he was doing, NSFW, and it was NSFW content, and it was marketed for, children can watch this, not on kids' YouTube, but children are able to watch this under the ages of 18.
Yeah.
And it was videos about
Mm-hmm.
essentially R word
Yeah.
and kidnapping. And
All right.
for a younger audience, that's huge. Now,
All right.
enlighten us on some of the titles.
So we have Yandere, popular classmate, ties you up and makes out with you, and quotes, kidnapping sounds about right. We have bought by a dominant Yandere mafia boss, no refunds. We have bound and Yandere seductive villain captures you, bound and forced under his will. We have Yandere Dabi kidnaps you, makeout session tied up. Yandere Dominic Karma Azkaban ex listener, make out with me or else. And let me show you the thumbnail of that. The guy's holding a knife.
Yeah, it's borderline assault videos that he's promoting.
The one that caught my attention, it was the first one he made, really. It was Yandere Overhaul ex listener, Capture the Love. And it shows him holding a syringe.
I remember you linking me and the guys a bunch of them of the Star Wars one.
Well, he made one Star Wars one. It was a not safe for work. This time, like it was like in like early winter 2021. He was doing no. It was like early winter 2021. He was doing like a whole week of not safe for work videos, and he called them like spicy videos, or I actually have the exact wording he put for it. It was not for kids sleepover. He didn't title it not safe for work. He titled it like spicy or not for kids, like not for kids sleepover.
He learned how to get around the algorithm when it came to not safe for work content, but not explicitly putting in the title. He put in the tags at least.
Yeah.
Not safe for work, and for me that was a big red flag because I remember watching videos on more of the Elsa Gate, and it seemed to me like all the pieces were aligning. This was going to be another Elsa Gate.
Wait, no, and it's all these VA people do it, but to be fair to them, they don't market themselves as the most wholesome VA on YouTube, and it's disgusting. Like, okay, like I probably get crap for this, but people are like, oh, well, if you know me, you probably don't, but I made a audiobook, Two Babies, One Fox.
Oh my goodness, what a classic!
And I actually posted the full comic on there. I like censored it all very crudely on like Microsoft Paint, but I still did it. It took me like two to 3 hours to do, and I know I might catch shit from like, well, you make that, and the main difference is one, I put it not for kids, two, not safe for work. Like I put that in the title even, so YouTube's not gonna recommend it to kids, and three, no fucking sane 13-year-old is typing in Two Babies, One Fox without knowing what it is. And also, fourth, I made that video. Do you know Monkey Jones?
I don't know Monkey Jones.
He got deleted off YouTube for making Elliot Rodger videos. He got 8 strikes in one day on his channel.
That is insane.
So YouTube took him out. And so
that is like a Leafy situation where
yeah.
you remember when Leafy was making all those videos on Pokimane, the Queen,
Yeah.
and
Deleted.
he got hit with the bullying.
And my problem.
And some of them were like, yeah, borderline,
Well,
but others were like, you're pulling, like you're really stretching it.
or my problem with like them deleting Leafy was it was more of just like I'm gonna be honest, I kind of like Leafy in middle school when I was a lot more edgier. I don't really like him now, and I don't really, I think he's kind of a scummy person, but but I feel like we need a person like that.
I respect Leafy in the sense where he started from absolutely
Minecraft
nothing,
videos.
Minecraft videos, and went into he went into the clickbait phase.
Like a million subs in a year.
It was crazy, his growth. And
Almost like Fox VA.
he started from nothing. I believe he got no advice between that time, really, from anybody. And he really showed that, yeah, you can make it by doing, videos that you want. But some of the videos that he made were kind of scummier. But that was his fashion. That was how he made the videos. It's how he pulled in the money every day.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, not like him. I respect him in a weird way.
But at the end of the day, we can compare, Leafy and other content creators to Fox VA. Fox VA, at the end of the day, for me, what raised the red flag and what got me into doing a bit more trolling was he was marketing near harmful videos to minors, promoting SA and all of these harmful things that they could act out. They could act out if they want to.
And I bet on the server, some of them are like survivors of like that. It's like, why would you even like? He's romanticizing kidnapping, and it's disgusting.
He's romanticizing R word and S assault. Like that is not okay.
Like like videos like kidnapping sounds about right. Ties you up and makes out with you. How is that okay? Like and then he gets mad at you, Alex, for jumping around in a monkey suit. All right, during one of the times, Alex made a joke like, because that monkey suit, we live in a place where God has no say here, known as Florida. And,
we live in the armpit of the South. It is absolutely
hot,
humid as hell. We are in Satan's ass crack.
It reached 100 degrees today.
It sucks.
Yeah. But,
and it gets hot in my room. My room is a bit stuffier. I have fans going, but wearing a monkey suit that's at least 10 pounds...
made of fur and latex.
Getting real hot.
Yeah.
So...
But you're wearing a shirt and
underwear. I wear underwear and shorts underneath, but I don't wear a shirt.
Yeah.
Because it's just so hot. And so if I start unzipping it a bit, it looks like... I guess for the untrained eye, it looks like I'm completely nude in a monkey suit, which is a big no-no.
Yeah.
But I remember this vividly. I joined the server when it was peak time. There was more than 2 people in general. Mm-hmm. Started doing my thing. More and more people started to join.
To hear about this weird monkey man.
To hear this strange monkey man monkey business.
It's funny. I'm sorry to interrupt. Because it's sort of like, hey guys, because it was during almost Halloween, and you're like, you want to see my Halloween costume?
I remember.
You're like very quiet. Like, I worked very hard on my new Halloween costume.
I put in general. I said, hey guys, do you want to see my new Halloween costume? Joined the general chat. Said those exact words. Turned on my camera, and started screaming. Hey, like just going nuts, making monkey noises.
Like you're like tearing apart fruit.
I punched an apple in half. I threw an orange on the ceiling. That took a bit to scrub out. And I remember I believe I took a banana and I have these giant pair of scissors and I tried to cut it in half.
And everyone was kind of like weirded out, but like kind of fascinated by it. But then
one guy was really into it. Like he was just like, yeah, monkey man, yeah.
And it was all great. And then you were like, oh, it's getting kind of hot.
And then Fox joined because one of the admins joined because he saw this random person.
I think it was Lizzie.
I believe it was
because she recognizes your voice. Because you're like, hey, like he does his voice whenever like Lizzie's around. Hey, Liz, like, can you do it?
I usually, because I remember in football, I got punched in the throat really, really hard. Mm-hmm.
So then I'm able to do a different voice that's similar to mine, but just a little bit higher octave.
Mm-hmm.
So doing that, I could switch between them as I talk.
It's incredible.
And I would put on that voice any single time I would go into the server, and then go back to my normal voice when I'm talking to right now.
It was funny because they were convinced he was using a voice changer.
I was not. I'm telling you right now, I am not using a voice changer.
This is my voice. This is how it goes.
But I remember when the admins joined, because I joined in fresh account, immediately joined voice chat, big red flags. Admin joined, then whoever Fox's girlfriend, the actual owner of the server,
Oh no, that's not his
and
girlfriend.
Fox.
That's not his girlfriend. That's you always confuse them. Lizzie is the mod, the cunt.
I forgot,
Candid's his GF.
Fox's harem.
Speaking of which, well, actually, finish the story first, and then we'll go on more of Fox's interaction with women.
So
I got quite the stories about that.
Fox joined and was like yelling. He's like, "You're not supposed to be in here." And I said, "Oh man, it's so hot in here." And I started,
kids, get off my property.
I started rubbing my monkey chest, and I started undoing the zipper a bit. And I remember
Like,
him
very seductively.
screaming, "No!" And like the Thanos snapped me out of the server.
It was probably the greatest night of my life. Like the most entertaining.
It was a highlight of our quote-unquote raids. I
was-
remember him defining every single time I would join the server as a raid. Now,
A single person.
I don't know about you guys, but I think of a raid as a Discord. I think of more than a single person in a monkey suit joining a call.
3 or more people, in my opinion.
3 or more people. But one person, that's it. That was his definition of a
I
raid.
refer to more as a skirmish.
Not even a skirmish. It was just it's like me walking into Lion's Den, doing a little dance and getting torn apart.
It's like in Skyrim when you're wandering around and a single bandit like attacks you and just whisper to them. It's like that. Like you were like that one single bandit.
I'm doing nothing really damaging. I'm just minding my own business.
We actually set rules of what we would and would not do. Like we wouldn't post.
I would
we
not.
wouldn't post gore or porn.
No gore, no porn.
Like we really did like make rules.
Fun fact: no getting naked.
Yeah. Well, also I wouldn't do that anyway.
Well, I'm not doing.
Yeah, but we made rules. I didn't really protect controlling that much. I was just more making the alt accounts and telling Alex, all right, Alex, this is going on right now, or do this, do that, say this, because I knew all the ins and outs of the VA community.
I felt like I was.
Like, I was
I
the
haven't
info
played
gatherer.
Metal Gear. I just look at it as like the briefing, the mission briefing. Okay,
Colonel.
Snake.
Okay, Snake. You're like,
Colonel, what do I do?
Okay, Snake. Put on the monkey suit and jump around and punch an apple.
What? You have to find the monkey, Snake.
You have to find. Get to the Kodak, Snake.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was like that. I was pretty much the Colonel, and I just tell him what to do. Although he would improv most of it. I just feel like this is.
It really pushed my. I haven't done any theater. I haven't joined any drama clubs. It really pushed my improv, and it was really exciting to do it almost every other night.
It was an event. It was really. They'd all get in call, and then like
all of us would get in a call. All of a group of friends. There'd be at least a dozen of us in there, just to watch.
It was like a movie night.
It was like a movie night or a Omegle, but with more flair.
Oh yeah, and it was great because you got banned. You got the Thanos snap.
I would get Thanos snapped every damn time.
Well, till that time though, Fox DM'd me first, and he was like, "Alex friend to get naked in front of minors." Like, he's like, I'm
admitting to their minors.
He was like, "I'm gonna call the police." Like he was like, he's gonna report you to the police. Police, wholesome XTK.
Police, there's a monkey man that joined my chat and tried to get naked on the internet.
Yeah, no, that's how I imagined it. And I was like, well, do you have proof of it? And he was like, no.
Yeah, I remember all he could claim is testimonies from 4 people that were in there. And we kept laughing. He's like, you have no evidence.
Also,
you have no proof. You have no screenshots. You have nothing. And the person that you had to question is now banned from the server. Yeah. You have nothing.
And also they just claim you got naked when you didn't. You just please we go to beaches all the time. Kids go to beaches all the time.
I
pools.
unzipped 1/4 of the monkey suit.
Yeah, you could see like a bit of your chest.
You
but-
saw my 4 chest hairs. Congrats.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like I've been to beaches. These people have been to beaches and pools. They go to.
They've been
locker
outside,
rooms.
right? They've touched grass, right?
Yeah,
I hope.
Well, I don't know these days.
Uh,
But yeah, but it's just it was like he was really overreacting. He just pretty much what he would do. Alex would attack the server, and then he'd be like, "Oh, high and noble, do not give attention to Wholesome. He is an evil, vile, toxic man who just wants your attention."
I remember talking to several of his moderators though, and they were talking about he's freaking out. He would freak out every time. He would shut down like mentally, physically. He's like, I have no idea what to do.
And it's funny, Fox, if you really want to stop us, one, you need to make your Discord private, dog.
Yeah, make your Discord private
I
and
know
stop promoting a public Discord where anyone can join.
I know
because if you're just gonna let me go in there, you're going to cry about it. Cry about it. Fat Albert, do the funny dance. Cry about it.
It's funny, 'cause I know several VA people, and they're really smart about it. Discord, Patreon exclusive. Give $2 a month, you could join the Discord, and that's a lot better because that would cost us money and time of having
So
to
much
pay to
effort.
Patreon and then call our bank to cancel it. But we still have our account on there. Like it'd be so much effort. If he just done that, problem solved. But no, he wants all the attention. Like he
was the most low effort fun I've had on the internet since CS:GO.
and I guess going a little bit off topic now. I want to talk about his interactions with women.
Yeah, so I remember vividly you talking to one of the because you were more ingrained in the VA community
Yeah.
because of Fox and because of his shenanigans, and I remember you talking to one of the people that he interacted with when he was a smaller channel.
Yeah. And I've talked to several other people, a couple of them female, and they've been like, yeah, Fox likes to like he tried to hit on them, and it was just kind of like the way he hit on was like, please, I'm sad. You can make me feel better, baby. I can make you feel better, baby. I'll make you feel better,
Baby,
please.
come over here. I'll give you some
Hey,
nice shoes.
baby.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. It was literally like that, and like it was gross. And one of the things he said like, oh, I love having this woman fawn over me. I can pick and choose whatever I like. Which I have screenshots of that. Like
I wanted to throw up. That is disgusting.
Yeah. So all you female listeners,
he's legit treating you like pawns in a
you're literally
fucking
objects to him.
game.
You're literally objects he can throw away to him.
And that's not how you treat people.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. And
Michael, you're being a psychopath. You're gaslighting. You're being a psychopath.
you don't. I go in the brain cells subreddit.
I go
you are
on-
not part of my IQ.
I go on the BuzzFeed quiz and I look at the psychopath.
You know, I saw your score. You're not a Dwight. You're a Pam on the BuzzFeed quiz.
No!
I'm a Dwight. I'm better than you.
Anyway, back on topic.
Yeah. Yeah, but he would be like, I can pick and choose whatever I can drop them, whatever I like, and he'd asked he dated several women online. Like one was German, because he loves German people.
Oh, he loves the German people.
He's tried to ask a couple of Asian people out. Where he would he actually told them, because a couple of the people I've talked to were Asian, a couple of them were, and he would I'm really into Asian chicks, just saying that out there.
Buddy, that's not a good pickup line.
Imagine going.
Yes, you Caucasian woman. I love Caucasian woman.
But Asian. It was
It's you.
Imagine saying that to an Asian girl.
Imagine swiping right on Tinder, and the second thing
The
that comes
first
out
DM.
of you, the first comment. I like Asian women.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby, come over here. I make you feel good. Yeah.
Hey,
I'm all depressed.
Hey,
Yeah.
baby. I watched
Hey.
JoJo Bizarre Adventure. I'm big into Japanese culture.
Hey,
I'm big into.
I'm depressed over here. Hey.
Yeah, it's very much how he went, and he was like, "Oh no, I'll make you feel better. Trust me, and all that." And of course, these women said no, hard no. Some were a lot more nicer about it than others.
That's the weird thing. I believe at the time he was I think he just hit 10K.
Mm-hmm.
He was growing. He wasn't big, but he had a foothold in YouTube. So I guess at that time he thought he was hot shit.
Yeah.
like literally hot shit, because his pickup lines were hot shit.
Hey, baby, you Asian? Let's bang.
That's
Or like, and also, he also just went after like. Oh, man, is Fox VA racist? He only went after Caucasian and Asian women.
whoa, racism. Have you seen him? He's a saint amongst racism. He fought against Monkey Man.
Have you seen? He refused to speak out about BLM because well, not against, but like for. Because he was worried his dad would stop him from spreading the truth about BLM.
The truth. He knows the truth, guys. Hit him up on Tinder.
Yeah, hit him up on Tinder. At realfoxva.com.
Yes. /Tinder /FoxVA.
What else? I've talked to some of the like IRL girls that he's met, and they're like, yeah, Fox said to me, like these, like our schoolmates, like some of the girls' schoolmates. And like, yeah, he said, like they show. I don't have any screenshots because they wouldn't send them to me. But it was like him being like, that night we spent together, like talking, like not like fucking or anything, like just like having a conversation like normal people, like was like wonderful. And you seem like you needed someone there for you. I can be there for you. And they're like, no.
Oh, he was doing the creepy nice guy approach?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no. Listen, for all the women, don't talk to him.
Dear women.
Heads
up.
All right, and then later on, it's still towards the women. One of his mods went like AWOL and joined us.
Yeah, I did like that arc.
Yeah, it was a good arc.
Very good arc.
It was towards the ending. It was towards the conclusion.
The conclusion of Fox's career.
For now.
We
think he's gonna come back.
I truly believe he's going to come back. It seems that everything is lined up. We know about his whereabouts and what he's been doing for the past couple of months. We won't disclose it here because that is private information.
Yeah, no.
But the stars are aligned. I believe he's going to make a comeback. Now, do we want him to make a comeback?
I don't. I just wonder if he'll be as big as he was. Because his channel was 50K. It's still growing. And it's
still growing. And it stopped.
I just wonder if he'll like be as big because his channel is private from what I've seen. Now, like, that might have changed. I don't think he deleted it.
I believe it is still private. Personally, I think.
Which I think it's a dumb system.
I don't want him. I know he looked at us very harshly. Looked at us as evildoers, people trying to keep him down. I was there to do a bit of trolling, and at the end, I'm like, dude, you're doing so much. You're doing everything ass backwards.
Yeah,
he has his platform.
Mm-hmm.
He has his niche. He has the content that he can create. That's good. But there's some kinks.
Yeah.
And if he works out those kinks, his flow and the streamline of YouTube can be a lot cleaner and a lot safer.
Yeah.
For everyone involved. The one biggest thing, tone down your Discord, dude.
Yeah, keep it private or don't have it at all.
Keep it private or don't have it. Because if I can do a bit of trolling on there, imagine what a lot more can do.
Imagine if you reach 500K. And imagine... Because there was a couple times where he was being trolled and he blamed us. And I was like, we're not doing it.
Yeah, there was other people that used to do a bit of trolling on there that wasn't...
We had no association
that wasn't me or wasn't our group of friends.
Yeah, and it was like, yeah, dude, you're growing, you're big.
It's what happens, and he would blame us, and we would ask for evidence. We'd be like, who the hell, who, what?
Or, let me get this up, because this is the thing. I have it somewhere. It was his suicide thing. Hold on.
Yeah, I do remember after a little while, after doing a bit of trolling for a couple months, he started throwing around suicide threats to us, saying that he's going to...
Well, not suicide, just more like implying. You know what I mean?
He was implying that he was going to hurt himself because of us.
Okay, want me to read the thing he posted?
Yes, please.
All right, so I forget what we did. It wasn't serious. I'll tell you. We never did any death threat. That was one of the rules. Like, one, it's illegal, and two, it was
we didn't do any
immoral.
death threats. We didn't get naked. We didn't post any porn and gore.
Like,
it was strictly
professionals have standards.
Professionals have standards.
All right, let me read it. At everyone, trigger warning, mature readers only. Very heavy topics are discussed. Current key, that's how he misspelled currently. Current key, a group of former classmates in high school have aimed to threaten me in the state of the channel. I'm currently in fear of my life after one threatened to lynch me. Now, that was one of the unknown trolls.
Yeah, I remember talking with him about that. I don't know who that person was.
Yeah.
But he blamed us.
Yep.
And I showed him ample evidence. I'm like, dude, it's not me.
All right, I'm currently preparing to find a safe way to get out of my area with my microphone. I still
Gotta make that bread. Gotta make that dollar bill, y'all.
Yep. They've attacked my content for a while, ever since August of last year. Their theorized goal is to break me and make me commit suicide. I remember reading this, and I think it was one of our friends in the server like, bro, this guy's actually crazy.
We can actually, yeah, I know exactly who it is. We can have him on the podcast.
He did, yeah.
I think he would be a perfect guest. But
right. So currently, we need to make sure the server is fortified as much as possible. All invites have been disabled. Please do not invite anyone for the time being.
Fortified.
If you can, watch the server and spam me in DMs if we are being attacked. They are currently making false accusations to mess with my heavy trauma I have tied to such things. These people are actively trying to turn my life into hell. Please be safe, everyone. I'm currently safe, but I'll be up tonight to make sure I will be. I have someone currently monitoring me for safety. I hate to bring this out to the public, but it seems they're going after people. Now, the person he has for safety is his girlfriend. And fun fact, she doesn't live anywhere fucking near us. She lives several states over.
So
pretty much his idea of a protection is, babe, get in Discord call.
Get in Discord call, babe, with the matching profile pics. We have to stay in call together.
I'm not going to say what his dad does for a living, but I know his dad has a gun. You know his dad does.
It's Florida.
Yeah, no,
everyone has a gun.
But you know his job in particular. He's
Yes.
well trained in like firearms.
Yes.
So it's like he does not need to worry. Two, we're a bunch of either fat retards or skinny retards or we're just retards who just
most of all we're degenerates.
Yes.
And we do a bit of trolling.
Wait, he made us sound like we're like the Oklahoma City bomber.
Yeah, it feels like he tried to make us out to be like Al Qaeda, to be ISIS, to be these.
He's making me feel good. He's making me sound like an actual villain.
I know. It's like I read all of it. I'm like, dude, what the hell is wrong with this kid?
Or
like I'm just here to. I was literally just. If somehow your paper thin skin of having a giant YouTube audience and to say that a little man in a monkey suit running around screaming, shouting, punching fruits and vegetables is triggering you and making you about to commit suicide, buddy.
Or
get off the internet.
Kind of towards the end of the arc of the Fox VA story, the Fox VA saga.
The saga.
He got demonetized for sexual content.
I wonder why.
And what's the first thing he did? Not look at his channel being like, Bakugo kidnaps you and violates you in his van? No, that's fine. Oh, Monkey Man must be doing something. He blamed us for it. Here, I'll actually get the exact tweet up.
I remember, I think he thought we mass reported his videos.
I did report his videos, but it was like one person. I was
the only one I
pissing
reported.
in an ocean.
The only one I reported was his Star Wars one that I believe he took down.
The R word one.
Yes.
That one, like, okay, he has an obsession with not safe for work, where it's up. I believe because it's his fetish, where like he is like dominant, like bosses, like their secretaries.
Yeah.
Or, like, the Star Wars one was an Imperial officer capturing a rebel prisoner and pretty much violating her. Or him. I'm very progressive, guys.
We're a progressive channel here.
Yes.
It was definite S assault.
Oh, you know,
and it was borderline, if not R.
It really was, and he doesn't seem to get it. All right, let me read. At Team YouTube, I was recently demonetized over sexual content when I do not make not safe for work content. Is there any way I can repeal this and/or work it out with deleting any videos that got me demonetized? Thank you for reading this. Thanks for reaching out. Make sure the content complies with the monetization policies. You make changes based on the info shared. And he never got monetization back.
That's the thing. I believe if your whole entire channel is demonetized, that is a huge red flag to say, stop what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Look at your tags. Look at the content you're making.
Look at the thumbnails.
Look at the thumbnails and rethink.
Stuff like kidnaps you, ties you up, bound to love, like shit like that.
Because if you're using, like, especially with sexual content, I'm more versed into copyright and copyright infringement and fair use and most of that. But when it comes to extreme sexual content that he is very adversely doing, it's just like.
And this kind of problem with
Are you losing brain cells, buddy? You literally stay like in your tags, in your video, what you're saying.
It's kind of a problem because this happens to a couple of VA artists, and it's like, well, why do we need to monetize? Not safe work. Yeah, but you're very heavily implying all of this shit. Like, yeah, it's not full on porn, but it's as close as you can get, and it really I don't know how people don't know that, and it's funny during this time, if you want to go back to his ego trip, I guess one of our last things just because if you want to go back to his ego trip, all right, there's this guy named Zaid, which I know I told you the story about it.
I heard brief points about Zaid.
Zaid was a groomer who groomed kids, and I want to say this right now. Zaid is a shit person. Zaid deserved to be deleted. Zaid, what Fox did to Zaid, justifiable. But around this time, 2 other big VA YouTubers also got shit. And Fox, he made a video about Zaid, which you can't find anymore, but you can find the reaction videos to it. And while Fox never, like, it was like Yagami Yado and, like, Lord Akira, while Fox never directly went out of them, he, like, liked tweets and retweeted some stuff about it. So, and like went on Discord about it. So obviously he was like indirectly like third party, and so a lot of them didn't upload for a while. Zaid got deleted. I don't know what happened to Lord Akira. Yagami Yado stopped uploading, but she was at 900K.
I believe she was about to hit 100K.
No, let me look her up real quick. But no, she was she was huge. Like, I think it's like she was like one of the number 1 VAs, and so they're gone. There's a black hole of content. The big 3 are gone. So Fox has this amazing idea. I'm gonna create the next big 3.
That's the thing. He saw a power vacuum.
Yeah, she's at 800K.
Damn.
So and she was at 800K when he did it. She's almost 900K right now.
Jesus.
So
I'm not good with
it's
math.
kind of thing of just
Holy.
She was too big to take down.
Fox saw a power vacuum, and he wanted to capitalize on that. That I understand. That is business.
Yep. But
it's business, baby. That's showbiz.
And you want me to read the what he said about it?
Yes.
All right, everyone. The greater ASMR community has called me to do something. I highly fucking doubt that. I'm gonna try to form a new big 3 of creators who make anime-specific My Hero Academia. But you already have anime, so you don't need to put My Hero Academia. ASMR, so we can replace Zaid, King Akira, and Yagami. I want you all to DM me your top 3 picks. There are rules for this. There are rules for this. Other creators, both active or retired, express that the big 3 need to be someone in good standing, someone above the age of 17, someone who believes in saving the community, someone who's genuinely and is consistent with uploading. They need to be approved by me and the VA community. At Discord, I will not disclose due to the privacy of the owner. Creators must make character X listeners. And creators can't just be OC content only. We're trying to save the anime side. So if you make fucking original content, fuck you. You're not being part of the big 3. So fuck you and go to hell. That's pretty much what he's saying.
That's the
and
thing.
then no, not safe for work or minors or aging up characters.
With the biggest thing for me with what he said, the whole thing, is I will choose.
No, and it's clear.
It's the whole. This is another.
He's being one of them.
This is the ego again.
And the worst part was, this started the hashtag I want community on Twitter. And what pissed me off is that no one directly said it was Fox, but it was him. I have screenshots of it.
We have screenshots. We have proof, and that's the scariest thing.
He could have done it if no one gave a shit. Like if no one spoke out about it, he probably would have done it, and probably would have been. He'd probably still be around today.
Yeah.
But everyone was like, "That's a terrible idea because you shouldn't elect." Imagine if the Let's Play Markiplier was like, "I will elect," and that's big.
Hello,
3.
everybody. My name is Markiplier.
Top of the morning, like Jacksepticeye.
Cream. We're going to elect Cream president. Fucking stupid shit. But that's the thing. This was another ego trip for him. This was a tweet. Seems to be purely out of ego, and that's the scariest part with him. Is that he doesn't see the line between being a content creator and being a quote-unquote influencer and being not even a role model, but being
Only
an egotistical maniac.
Only in it for the money, by the way, guys. We have he has admitted to us in call that he only does this
We
for
have
college.
we have talked to him several times before he started ramping up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this content is shit. I'm doing it
He's
for the money."
actively dissed on the fans. So if you're a listener of him, he has actually pretty much said, "Fuck you."
Well, we've already discussed how he sees all women in his fan base as pawns in his little game.
yeah.
God only knows what he thinks about the rest of y'all.
Yeah.
But that's a story for another time.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap this up here. Thank you so much for tuning in, Michael. Do you have anything else to say?
I guess tune in. We're getting our new setups, or as you can tell, our mics. We will be uploading our Let's Plays, which will be under different audio quality. We made those a lot earlier.
The first 2 episodes of our wonderful Stardew Valley playthrough will be a little bit less audio quality, a little bit less quality in general. But I would give them a watch. These next couple will be a better format. I'm getting better with my editing, at least. We'll have more funny moments,
better
some better
audio.
cut-ins. And also, leave in the comments below in this video and other videos, we want some ideas. I want to hear what games you want us to play, what topics what you guys want us to talk about.
We'll pretty much talk about anything.
We are here to talk about anything. We are unlawful. We are here to say what we want.
We're what YouTube doesn't want, guys. We will talk about pretty much anything.
Listen, man. Overall, I think, personally, we are here to talk about one thing and one thing only. A bit of trolling, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. I guess thank you guys so much for watching. And please subscribe if you want to see more of this. Please subscribe.
If you like this video, hit subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to hear more.
Please hit notification, like the video, and
Smash
leave a
that
comment.
like button. Fucking punch.
Yep.
Whatever it is, fucking smash it. I want you to punch it right now.
Punch your screen.
90% of people can't like the video with their forehead. I want you guys to like the video right now with your forehead. 3, 2, 1. Wow, that was incredible.
All right, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.
Have a good one, y'all.